Demon hunters, warring gods, and forgotten worlds await with T&M Comics. Click the links below to enter their fantastical realm. Hi, I'm Diva from Musical Hell, and I know the score. I don't know why it took me so long to get around to the next Musicals 101 subject, because it's like my peak aesthetic. It's got mythology, it's got folk music, it's got a clever reimagining of a classic story, and, obviously, it's a musical. Maybe I was afraid of being disappointed. But I finally checked it out, and I wasn't disappointed, so today we're going to be looking into Hadestown. Hadestown began life as a homegrown stage production and concept album by folk musician Anais Mitchell, before developing into its current staging by Rachel Shavkin, director of Natasha, Pierre, and the Great Comet of 1812. Set in a kind of post-apocalyptic Great Depression, the musical reimagines the story of the musician and poet Orpheus and his beloved Eurydice. Here, Eurydice succumbs not to death, but to the promise of wealth and security in the underground industrial dystopia of Hadestown. Orpheus journeys to bring her back as the show examines the age-old conflict between idealism and pragmatism, freedom and security, and hope and despair. Storytelling is an essential element of both musicals and folk music, and Mitchell's score makes great use of the latter's tropes to develop Hadestown dramatically. For example, there's frequent use of call and response, which, well, it's easier if I demonstrate.
You remind me of the Bay.
Congratulations! You just participated in Call and Response, a back-and-forth exchange between two parts in a song. It can be a repeated refrain, a conversation, or as is the case in Wedding Song, a question and answer.
Hot and getting hotter all the time.
Love her when I sing my song. All the birds gonna sing along, and they'll come flying round to me.
This interplay establishes the difference between the artistic, fanciful Orpheus and the more realistic Eurydice. Later, a similar call and response occurs between underworld rulers Hades and Persephone, drawing a parallel between the two couples. Another effective call and response occurs in Why We Build the Wall, where it's paired with a cumulative chorus, a refrain where each successive verse builds on the last. Think The 12 Days of Christmas or Great Comet's prologue. In this case, the cumulative chorus lays out the twisted circular reasoning Hades uses to indoctrinate his workers. Also, relevant much?
Who do we call the enemy? The enemy is poverty, and the wall keeps out the enemy, and we build a wall to keep us free. That's why we build a wall. We build a wall to keep us free.
Why We Build the Wall is also a work song, a song with a steady, insistent beat used to keep rhythm and pass time during repetitive physical labor. Many of the songs associated with Hades and his realm have a work song element to them, like chant, which is frequently used to contrast with Orpheus's epic motif, which is more free and melodic.
Oh, you gotta keep your head low. Keep your head low. Oh, you gotta keep your head low. If you wanna keep your head.
Eventually, as Orpheus's music has an effect on the residents of Hadestown, chant shifts into the work song's cousin, the protest song.
I'm gonna count to 3, then I'll raise my head singing 1, 2, is it true?
Train motifs are frequent in this score, which fits with both the train as the primary means of getting to Hadestown and the imagery of hobos riding the rails in the Great Depression. Sometimes it's obvious, like in the chugging and whistle vocalizations in Road to Hell, and others are more subtle, like the guitar riff in When the Chips Are Down.
Life ain't easy, life ain't fair. A girl's gotta fight for her rightful share. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down.
I also really love the way Mitchell plays with the original mythological aspects. The god characters are accompanied by American religious motifs, like the African-American spiritual allusions in Way Down Hadestown, or giving Persephone the title of Our Lady of the Underground. And Hermes, the psychopomp who guides people into the underworld, is a spot-on choice for the evening's narrator and guide.
Now on the road to hell there was a railroad line, and there were 3 old women all dressed the same, and they was always singing in the back of your mind, everybody meet the Fates.
Recordings for Hadestown are a bit disjointed. There's the original concept album and a live cast recording from the show's off-Broadway run, but both only provide a partial look at the whole score, and you kind of have to mix and match to get a complete picture. With Shavkin's production coming to Broadway next month, hopefully we'll get an album that encompasses the full magic of this amazing piece of storytelling. I'm Diva, I know the score, and now, so do you.